Hey, children of God, I have a thought for you. I didn't get to share this children's sermon yesterday, so I thought I'd share it with you virtually. Yesterday we thought about how the landowner was very generous and he gave the same reward to the folks that worked at 8 o'clock in the morning all day long as he did to those folks who came in right at the very end of the day and worked just an hour. He paid everybody the same, and we remembered how God is generous like that. Like if you repent and you believe and it's you die, the next thing you're saved. Your salvation is just as great and just as equal to somebody who's been a practicing believer their whole life. Thanks be to God, right? And so it made me think of that song about Joe working in the button factory. And so if you had, at the end of the song, if you started there and you had somebody work hard, making the buttons, right, in the button factory, and you just had somebody who came in on the tail end and we're doing the song backwards, right, and they do the first move, it's like everybody got the same reward, even though somebody is working way harder than another in regards. And that's what just really tore these folks up, right? They didn't understand that if you work more, you ought to get more reward. But the reward is the same. Thanks be to God. All right. You may say to yourself, that's not fair. All right. But that's the good news. It is not fair. All right, these are some buttons from my grandma's collection. I love buttons. This is my other grandma's button shirt. And so let's look at the end of that song. If you remember, you start off, right, pushing buttons, and at the end, you're pushing the buttons with your feet and your hands, and you're nodding your head, or your tongue around. So if that's what you're doing all the day long versus somebody who just comes in and does this right at the end of the shift, everybody gets the same reward. That kind of helps you make sense of the generosity of God. So live generously, children of God. Live generously.